The two areas that I chose to do in New Orleans are Uptown and Mid-City, which are at the lower left-hand corners of the map. Uptown is the more affluent area and Mid-City is the less affluent. Uptown is actually made up of a bunch of smaller neighborhoods, so I chose to focus on East Carrollton for my neighborhood. So this is East Carrollton neighborhood, which is the more affluent neighborhood. You might be able to tell by the amount of trash cans to make sure that the area is clean, by the amount of landscaping, and by the housing in this area. As it is the more affluent neighborhood, the mean income in this neighborhood is about $88,000. There is little need for public assistance or public transportation, even though you can see that the streetcar is here and is actually all along this road. So in this area, 0.3% of the population said that they needed public assistance, and 46.8% of the population said that they had access to two or more cars. While driving along this route, I ran across about 4 or 5 schools, some businesses, and some churches. Each school was accompanied with crosswalks and had school zone signs that were patrolled by cameras. The second area that I chose to focus on was Mid-City. Mid-City is also made up of a bunch of smaller neighborhoods, so I chose Mid-City, the neighborhood, as my less affluent neighborhood. In this portion of the video, I'm driving down Tulane Avenue. Tulane Avenue is connected to prestigious and affluent schools such as Tulane and Louisiana State University, but is still the less affluent neighborhood. To my left is the courthouse. This is a man running in front of my car as there's less access to crosswalks. And in this portion of the community, there's less actual houses and more apartment complexes, as well as public housing units that are seen throughout this neighborhood. On this street, I did not see any schools or churches and only saw one bank. I saw 5 or 6 places advertising bail bonds and title loans. This may be representative of the population's income, as 2.5% reported using public assistance income, and the mean income in this area was $40,000 less than that of Uptown. Although the transportation needs here are more diverse, with 25.1% of the population having no vehicle, 48.5% having one vehicle, and 26.5% having 2 vehicles, there is no public transportation readily accessible. Buses here didn't seem to come frequently, and there is no streetcar line on this route.